This is what's called a square root equation. In order to solve a square root equation, you have to get rid of everything surrounding the square root and only have square root of 5a minus 5 alone on the left. By the way, this is also called a radical equation because in the early 90s, the Ninja Turtles loved these things. What you're going to want to do first, if we're going to get rid of negative 8, is do the inverse of negative 8 and add 8 to both sides like so. That leaves me with the whole square root of 5a minus 5 on the left, and negative 3 plus 8 is 5 on the right. So I got to where I wanted. I wanted it to look like that. Now it looks like that. How do we get rid of a square root? Well, the opposite, or rather the inverse of a square root, is a square. So what we do in order to get rid of the square root is we square it. And if I square the left, I also have to square the right. So the square and the square root cancel each other out. And 5a minus 5 drops down on the left. 5 squared, 5 times itself is 25. And now we have a regular two-step equation. Okay, in order to get a all by itself, I'm going to do the inverse of minus 5 and add 5 to both sides like so. 5a equals 30. Divide both sides by 5. Divide both sides by 5 because you are multiplying 5 to a, and a equals 6. And if you wanted to, you should probably go up here and check your work and make sure you don't get any crazy negatives. You're not allowed to have negatives in square roots, but we did it right. Nothing to worry about. Everybody's happy, and we can move on with our lives because the answer is 6.